Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here. So as we know, Dereck Chisora was originally supposed to fight Joseph Parker on the undercard of Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor on October the 26th. But as we know, Joseph Parker has pulled out because of a spider bite which led to an illness, and as a result we now have a replacement opponent for Dereck Chisora to face. He will be fighting David Price. Now, my thoughts on this fight. I've got to say, I don't mind it. In fact, I'm low-key looking forward to it. I think we can all agree David Price is by no means a world-level fighter. However, he is one of the most exciting fighters in the heavyweight division, for better or for worse. He's a big lump. He's around 6'7", 6'8". He does carry power, but he has a lot of vulnerabilities. Dodgy chin, poor defense, questionable stamina. You know, he's got a lot of flaws, but he makes for entertaining fights. And that's really all there is to it. Dereck Chisora himself, you know, he's not exactly a top 10 level contender. He's a fringe contender, but he's not top 10 level. This fight will be interesting and fun for as long as it lasts. Don't get it twisted, I do make Dereck Chisora a sizable favourite. Ultimately, I believe he's too tough, he's too rugged, he's too durable for somebody like David Price. I also believe Chisora's aggression will give David Price problems. David Price has never really fared well against aggressive fighters. We've seen that against Alexander Povetkin, Sergey Kuzmin, Christian Hammer, Erkan Tepe. He tends to lose to these type of guys, and I think that will be the case against Dereck Chisora. Early on, David Price, he's always going to be dangerous when he's fresh. He carries power in that right hand, so Chisora does need to be aware of that. But after 3 or 4 rounds, I would imagine David Price starts to gas. Dereck starts to get close to him. He'll get to the body and he'll go upstairs and knock him out with a big punch. I believe that Chisora more than likely knocks Price out in the mid-rounds. But while this lasts, it will be exciting. And I guess you can never count Price out. You know, he can punch a bit. I do sometimes think his power is overrated, but he's certainly heavy-handed. And, you know, for a guy like Chisora, who has seen better days, maybe he will be more susceptible to David Price's power now than what he would have been a few years back. Who knows? And listen, there are shots for David Price that he can catch Chisora with. You know, Chisora is a straight up and down fighter. He applies pressure. He doesn't really move his head like he used to. So David Price will find openings for that right hand, the straight right, and also the right uppercut, which is another good punch of David Price's. Chisora is one of those guys, a front foot fighter who's aggressive. He doesn't really take his head off centre line, and he's open for an uppercut. So yeah, Chisora needs to be aware of the uppercut and also the straight right. But if he avoids those power shots, he should win this fight in a fairly comfortable manner, and I believe he will get the stoppage. But like I said, it will certainly be exciting. That's one thing we can count on David Price for, is excitement. I think we can all agree there. But yeah, I mean, I've not really got a big problem with this replacement opponent. Would I have preferred somebody like Michael Hunter? Absolutely. But, you know, David Price isn't a bad replacement opponent on 3 weeks' notice. So, listen, I'm not mad at this news, to be honest with you, but I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts. Share your thoughts below. Peace.